Hi, LeAnn. Hi, I'm Tony Fox. I talked to you from WQIK.
Yes,
when you were on your honeymoon.
Yes.
So sweet to talk on your honeymoon.
Of course.
I'm sure Eddie was sitting there going, get off the phone, get off the phone.
It's all good. We had a great time on our honeymoon, but this was very important. It really was.
Well, now, you talked about you got an album coming out in the fall.
Yeah.
You got new music next year. But what are you doing in the immediate future this summer? What is LeAnn Rimes doing?
What am I doing? I have a single coming out in July called Give. I have a movie that will be out on CMT that I just filmed in Toronto, which will be out in September, called Real Love. I'm going on tour, you know, here and there, all through the summer. I've got a bunch going on, you know. It's juggling a lot, that's for sure.
Now, now you're going to go on tour. Are you going to do an acoustic thing? Because this was really cool.
Thanks.
And I know you said when we talked, you've done a few acoustic shows. Would you do an acoustic tour like that? Because I think it's great.
Yeah, no, we really, even now, like I said, when we take 4 pieces out, it's halfway broken down and halfway not. Like we play like full-on band, and then we'll play half the show like completely broken down, which is really fun. And usually, like when people play a show, they'll do like an acoustic set, like where they do 3 songs, like grouped together. But we go back and forth the whole time, which I think is even more fun because people get a feel of like it's a more personal feel. It's, you know, I think people get to know me better. You know, I talk a lot more. It's not like like I said, you know, when you have thousands of people out there, you're jumping around and I'm trying to entertain everybody. And this is where people actually listen. So this is my favorite time, you know, to do things like this. People are really listening to what you're saying and singing.
And I love the idea that you said this album that's coming out is music that men, like guys, cut the songs, but you've redone that. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, Vince Gill produced the record, and I had this idea. Well, a friend of mine, Daryl Brown, who actually has written so much stuff with me, he had an idea of me doing like my favorite love songs of country music, and I said it's been done, whatever. But I started thinking about, I started actually listening to my favorite love songs, and they were all men's songs. And I was like, oh, my dad kind of raised me on anything, Patsy Cline, and then anything else was men when it comes to country music. So I said, I want to do this record that all of these men basically either wrote or recorded these songs originally. And the only song that was made famous by a woman was Help Me Make It Through the Night, but Chris Christopherson actually originally wrote it and recorded it. So all of it really is authentically recorded and written by a man. So it's kind of fun to be able to take these songs and twist them. I mean, like Good-Hearted Woman and Love with a Good Time Man. I mean, now it's coming from like first person and a woman's perspective instead of a men's perspective. So it's a little different, but the whole album is very original. Like it's not just a like straightforward, you know, you hear a song from front to end where it's covered, you know, like you originally heard it. It's a little bit twisted every once in a while. So we had a great time doing it.
That's cool. I'll look forward to that. And you know, country music has been, they have really stepped forward. So Blake and Reba did their show. Jody Messina's going to do something for Joplin, Missouri. Brent Paisley, the proceeds from the Alabama song are going. I mean, talk a little bit about what it means to be part of a genre of music that is so willing to give of your time to help those who need it and do things like this and do projects.
Well, you know, I mean, country music has always been that way. We sing songs that really, you know, relate to the masses of people out there that are real and they're about real life. And I think, you know, you can't sing them. It's funny, with all that I've gone through, it's like you sing, everybody sings about this, but when you go through it, like people don't want you to live it sometimes. And when you do live it, they kind of don't know what to do. And then when they live it, they want you to be there. And to be honest, I mean, like I get it. Like I think what I'm taking out of all of this, and I think what people should take out of all of this, is we're all human. And you know, we sing about relationships. We sing about, you know, real life. And at the end of the day, I think we can't, to me, in my personal opinion, my personal experience, I can't sing about something without actually doing it, you know, at the end of the day. So it becomes a reality to me instead of just a song.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
It's a wonderful show.
Thank you.
Hi.